So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Red Manx TV video. The transfer window is now open and that means we've got a lot of transfer news to talk about. So every Friday we're going to come on here, make it a mini series just until the season starts back, and we'll talk about the gossip going around Manchester United regarding the transfers that are coming in, the transfers which are going out as well, and we have so much to talk about in this first episode of it. So if you do enjoy, please make sure to smash a like on the video, guys. If you are new to the channel as well and want to subscribe, please do that by hitting the red button in the bottom right corner of today's video. I think we're about 40 subscribers off 6,000 subscribers. How mental is that going to be once we hit that? So make sure to please subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and also let me know your thoughts on all the transfer news I will be talking about. But anyway, guys, let's get on to the video. So guys, what's going on? So let's kick things off with the players which are rumoured to leave Manchester United this summer, and let's kick things off with Fred, who apparently is on the verge of joining up with Marco Silva and Fulham for 20 million this summer. The first we were aware of this was the last game of the season when we saw Fred talking to Marco Silva after the game. I think it was the last game of the season against Fulham. We saw him talking to him after the game, and we were all a bit suspicious of what was going on. Then the rumours heated up a bit, and we saw the other day that apparently he's on the verge of joining Fulham for 20 million. So it does make a bit of sense now. That talk was probably about a transfer to Fulham. We're not too sure, but we can pretty much guarantee it was about his move to Fulham, and he looks like he will be making that move for 20 million this summer. Maybe we could have got 25 for him, but again, I'm not going to be too greedy. It's not a player which I'll be asking a lot for because he's not a very good player. He's an average player which is going to do a job in Fulham's midfield, but he's just not good enough for Manchester United. And he's not in Ten Hag's books. I don't think he's great depth either, so it's probably best he leaves alongside a lot of players which we need to get out of. Is someone like McTominay, Maguire. Hopefully we'll see moves escalate for them very, very soon. But yeah, I'm happy to get Fred off the books. He's a player which always gave us all, was a good player when he was on, but again, he's not got that quality which we need, and maybe we never expected him to have that, but again, making that move, I can't really complain about it. I'm happy with the move. 20 million, it's good for him, so yeah, but maybe we could have got a bit more. But let me know your thoughts down below on that situation. Are you happy Fred's leaving? Would you have kept him? Let me know. But the next one is official, and it's Dan Iqbal, so we're not going to talk too much about this one because it's not a massive transfer, but he has decided to leave Manchester United this summer. I'm not too sure of his destination, but he confirmed it on Twitter, and fair play to him. Maybe people expected him to be the future Manchester United player, which hopefully stayed, but maybe he's just fed up of that. Maybe he wants to go out, prove himself somewhere else, play some football, and I'm all for that, to be fair. I definitely hope he does do well wherever he goes, because I do think he's a talented player, has a lot of ability, but just have to see how he gets on. But I wasn't expecting it to be a permanent transfer, maybe a loan like most of our other youth players got. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, but he has confirmed it on Twitter. He will be leaving Manchester United, so let me know your thoughts down below on that one. And the final one is about David De Gea, and we are still unaware about the situation. We're not too sure what's going on. One moment he wants to stay, one moment he's rumoured to leave, and it was going to be confirmed this week, but still Ten Hag has not made that final decision. Maybe he's waiting to see if he can get Onana in and deal completed before he sends De Gea away, because if we can't get a deal done for Onana, we mess up, we let De Gea go a bit early, then we're going to be stuck with Dean Henderson next season at some point, aren't we? So it's a bit strange what's going on. I want this situation resolved as quickly as possible. You know my thoughts on De Gea. I want him to stay. I want him to be number one. But it doesn't look good. As we know the situation, there's a contract there, but Ten Hag has not agreed on that yet. Apparently De Gea is not too happy with the contract, but again, he's willing to accept it to stay. But Ten Hag hasn't given it the green light. I think it's all done board-wise, but Ten Hag has to give the green light, and he's not given that yet. So it's very unusual what's going on, very weird, but I just hope it gets done very quickly. It does look like it will be done, because we'll talk about Onana very soon. So it does look like De Gea will be leaving as a free agent as well, which is mad, because to lose another player like that is worth a lot, to be fair, in my eyes, and to let him go on a free is crazy, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I'm sure I know a lot of your guys' thoughts will be, you want him to leave, you want him out as soon as possible, but for me, I want him to stay, to be fair. I want him to be number one, but if we can't have a number one, I'll definitely take Onana as his replacement, to be fair. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below on that. Hopefully we'll see a lot more going on with that soon, and it should get resolved very, very quickly. So yeah, that's all the outs at the moment. We've heard a few deals about McTominay, about Maguire, but nothing concrete yet. Nothing I want to talk about and get into. So yeah, those are all the outs. But now let's get into the ins. And I've not talked about all these transfers all week, so we're going to get into some which have gone already, being officially that we're not going to get them anymore, and we're going to talk about ones which are, potentially coming very soon. So let's get into one, which is Kim Min-jae, who, we know is going to Bayern Munich now. We were never really concrete on getting him. There was one moment where apparently it was going to be done. It was going to be a done deal. Kim Min-jae was going to go to Manchester United, but he has chosen to go to Bayern Munich, who have probably made a better offer, maybe offered him better wages as well. So he is going to be going to Bayern Munich. It's one which I thought, I don't know why we were in for him, to be fair, because you got Martinez, you got Varane, who are going to be stars next season. You got Lindelof there as a very good backup replacement if one of those gets injured. So where was Kim Min-jae ever going to get in? Maybe he was going to push Varane out. I'm not too sure if that was Ten Hag's idea. But yeah, it was just a bit of a weird one, and one I really didn't hope go through, because we have other priorities, and it didn't in the end. So I'm happy with that, but it didn't go through. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Would you have wanted Kim Min-jae at Manchester United? Let me know down below. But next up, let's talk about Harry Kane quickly, which, is one we're not going to talk about for long, because we know it's probably not going to happen. And recently, we've ended up saying to Harry Kane, if you want to make the move, you make it happen. I just don't think Harry Kane has the balls to do that. I really don't think he's the type of guy to. So I don't think that will be happening anytime soon. If you staying at Spurs for another season, to be fair, before his contract expires. Again, Daniel Levy's hard to negotiate with, so it was never going to be an easy transfer to do or make happen. And, we have to pay over 100 million for him. And again, we want a midfielder, we want a keeper, apparently we want another centre-back as well. So we were never going to have all that money to go out there and pay for Kane and pay for another midfielder, pay for a defender, pay for a winger, whatever we want to do. So I don't think it would have been worth it in the end. And maybe we go in for Kane next season, but we've not heard anything, desperate on Kane at the moment. So nothing to really keep up about other than it probably won't be happening again this summer unless Kane makes it happen, which I said it's not going to happen this summer. So he'll be staying at Spurs, and good luck to him, because he's not going to win any trophies. He's not going to go on to do anything special. So fair play to him. Have it your way, Harry Kane. Hopefully we'll see you next summer. Then next up, let's talk about Højlund from Atalanta, and they're offering... Well, they want 80 million for him. That's what they put on the table. They said 80 million, you can accept it if you want to, but 80 million is what we want for him. There was 100 million talks at one point, but Højlund, let's be honest, no one's going to pay 100 million for Rasmus Højlund right now, let's be honest. So 80 million, but again, I just don't think we're going to be in for him. I really don't. It's very hard to strike the striker market at the moment, because we desperately need a striker. But again, Osman's not there. Harry Kane's not there. Højlund is the one there, but do we want to pay big bucks for him? I'm not too sure we do. So getting a striker in is going to be very, very difficult this summer, and it's going to be really difficult to do, and we desperately need one as well. So I really hope something gets done about that very soon, because I know we've got a long time to go, but we do need to get something sorted, or get some rumours out there, or concrete rumours, and get there and get a player in. So we'll have to see what happens on that. But Højlund is a player which we know is bright. We know how good he's done in Serie A last season for the national team as well. He's come in and just blitzed up at the moment. So he's definitely a player there with potential. He's a player which is very, very good, and a player which I think would be good in our side. But I don't think we're going to pay that much money for him. It'd just be ridiculous at this point, wouldn't it? So yeah, that's all on Rasmus Højlund at the moment. Nothing concrete to talk about on Højlund at the moment. But next up, let's talk about Declan Rice. And this Declan Rice saga at the moment is crazy, because Arsenal were in there. Apparently, it was going to be done. He was going to go to Arsenal. They were the only team in for him. Declan Rice wanted Arsenal. City has swooped in as well, joined the bidding war for Declan Rice. And apparently right now, it's going to be Declan Rice to Man City. That's what's going to happen. That's the rumours coming out. Di Marzio saying they're very close to a potential deal for him. And that would just be insane. If Declan Rice goes to City, they're just going to up that another level, aren't they? They're just going to be even better next season. It is going to be scary. And Arsenal are going to miss out on the main target this summer in Declan Rice. And Manchester United, the reason we're talking about him is because there has been rumours of us getting involved in the bidding war as well. And there was one thing I saw, one deal. We're going to put 40 million up there with Scott McTominay and Alanga. How funny is that? I was looking at that thinking, is this a real account? Is this something I need to look at and, you know, talk about? And it actually was a concrete rumour, which apparently the deal we were going to put in was that. So it is crazy. It's crazy that we could even think about putting 40 million for Declan Rice alongside Scott McTominay and Elanga. It was crazy. It was just so funny at the time. But yeah, would we pay 100 million for him? I'm not too sure. Could we strike a deal, maybe 80 million with a few players or a player or two? I'm not too sure. We'll just have to see how that happens. But I definitely love Declan Rice. I think his relationship, you know, with Luke Shaw, Rashford and all that, it would just be great to see, wouldn't it? Him at Manchester United in that midfield alongside Casemiro. It'd just be beautiful if he comes to Old Trafford on the Fortress. So yeah, that's all on Declan Rice at the moment. It will be 100 million. Anyone's got to pay for him. Is anyone willing to pay that? I'm not too sure. Could they find a deal with a player? I'm not too sure. But yeah, there's a lot going on about Declan Rice at the moment, and he probably will be going to City. But I just thought I'd talk about him for the slight chance we do end up striking a deal for him somehow. Maybe they might accept the 40 million with Elanga and Scott McTominay. Maybe. You never know. Stranger things have happened, but now I'm joking on that. So yeah, that's all about Declan Rice. But the main one I wanted to talk about, the main two, is definitely Onana, who apparently yesterday we heard his representatives were in Manchester to strike a deal for the goalkeeper, who was really good at Inter last season, to be fair. He put up some incredible numbers in the Champions League. There was a stat going about him. I think it was like most clean sheets or most saves. And he's a player which Ten Hag will absolutely love. He's confident with his feet. He can pass the ball. And again, he makes saves like no one else can, like De Gea basically. So yeah, Onana is what I definitely would take. I think if you can't get Mike now, which he looks like he'll be staying at Inter or AC Milan, but Onana is the next best one out there you can get. So I'll be, you know, more than happy if you can get Onana done. Apparently it is going to be over 60 million, I think we've got to pay for Onana, but apparently I saw this morning that there could be hope that a deal could get done for about 45 million. How good would that be if we can lower it from 65 or 60 to 45 million? That'd be really, really good if we can strike a deal for him for that amount of money. Inter are in financial trouble. They're going to lose to... who are they going to lose? I think they're going to lose Barella, they're going to lose DeMarco, and they're going to lose Onana as well to Manchester United, hopefully. But yeah, for 45 million, that's one which is now getting a bit serious. We've heard, of course, his representatives are in Manchester trying to strike a deal for him. And when you see that, it's always a good sign, because they're sorting something out. Obviously, they're going over things, discussing things. So it's a really good deal, Mars, if you can get 45 million for Onana. One I'm really excited about if De Gea has to leave this season. So let me know your thoughts on Onana as well. I think a lot of people will be happy with him. And the main one, which has been going on for quite a few weeks now, is Mason Mount, who looks like the deal will hopefully get done this week, maybe to the start of next week. The final bid is going in by Manchester United. It will be around 55 million, maybe some add-ons as well for Mason Mount. That's the last thing we're going to offer. If it doesn't get accepted, we're walking away. That is what Manchester United have said. We've offered 2 deals for him already. They've both been rejected. And first of all, they wanted 80 million. And what jokers offering 80 million for Mason Mount? That was never going to happen. They know they had to lower their price. They know they had to get him gone this summer. And it looks like it will be happening now. They lowered the price to 65 million. That's what they wanted. We're going to offer 55 million with maybe some add-ons or something. I'm not too sure about it at the moment, or the final bid we're going to put in. But it's definitely going to be 55 million plus something, or just on its own. I'm not too sure. But that's the last bid we will be putting in for Mason Mount. Hopefully it gets accepted, because he's a player which, for that much, I don't really want to pay that much for him. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he's worth 55, 60 million. Neither's Havertz, but he went for 65 million to Arsenal. Crazy transfer already. But yeah, I'd definitely pay. If it was me, I'd say maybe 40 million, maybe 35 million for Mason Mount. I'll take him all day. But 55 million, I don't want to do it. But again, I think he's a player which can improve us in the midfield, replacing Eriksen, playing alongside Casemiro. And yes, he had a terrible season, and we'll talk more about that hopefully when it gets done. But yeah, for 55 million, Manchester United will pay it. That's what we know. They will pay that, I think. That's what they're offering right now, and it just has to get accepted. I think the final bid will. I think this is going to be one where Chelsea think, you know, let's take things in now. 55 million for Mason Mount. Let's go and accept that. So yeah, they're the deals which are going on at the moment, guys. We've covered everything in this video. If you can, let me know your thoughts down below on all these transfers as well. Be very interested to see what you guys think about Rice, Onana, what do you call it, Mason Mount as well. And of course, David De Gea, let me know your thoughts on him down below. As I've said, I'll try and make this a weekly thing. Every Friday we'll come and discuss. And of course, if anything does come out, we get any here we goes, videos will be on the channel as well, guys. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy as well, please make sure to smash a like on the video. If you are new, subscribe as well. Let me know your thoughts down below. But that's me done, guys. I've really enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. That's me done. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.